Hey, hey, everybody. Listen, I see y'all out there. Hi, everyone. Listen, Fez, thank you. I see you got the book, The Waiting Game. That's 2 Saturdays from now, right? Can I count right? Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. We'll be doing that book review here on my channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tomorrow night, if y'all are free, don't miss it. Finally, we connected. Our times lined up at the same time. I'm going to be interviewing the Carolinas Panthers first transgender cheerleader. I think we're going to have a ball with her. She's going to be very open. I believe she's going to be willing to answer questions from the chat, respectful questions, right? Because over here, we ain't here to do nothing crazy with nobody. So I'm very excited. She's really sweet. So we're going to get to meet her tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So thanks for coming by. Listen, people, I don't see him sitting there. He'll be back in a minute. But my buddy is back with me. He got his new computer. He'll be joining us in a minute. Canelo is back in the building. I'm glad to see you here because we're about to get into this. This is going to be our recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I hope y'all watched it. What did y'all think? I think it was okay. It wasn't the most, super exciting episode. They're playing us out now with these previews. Have you noticed that? I really thought the scene between Sutton and Lisa Renna was going to be much more than it was, but it was just Lisa Renna giving a performance, okay? But whatever. So I want y'all to welcome back in the building. Hey, Canilla. Thank you. My buddy is back. He had technical problems, okay? Had to get himself a new computer. You're on mute, boo. Had to get himself a new computer. Yes, Amanda, happy Thursday. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I see y'all out there, okay? It felt like a filler episode. It was, but we're going to get into it. I would have slapped Lisa. Ciao. Lisa was messy boots. Hey, they saying, hey, Canelo. Hey, Mel. Hey, everybody.
What is going
BB from
on?
BA. Tori, I see you back there. I'm coming for you, boo. A little boring. It was a little boring, but we're going to get into it. Go ahead. What was you going to? Oh, you saying hi. You saying hi, everybody.
Yes. Everybody. I miss everybody, too. Toria.
Hey, Canelo, I'm so happy you're back. And I'm glad you went to your mama's wedding.
Baby, I'm glad everybody loves my mom's wedding. And I'm going to beat Sherelle up when I talk to her again.
All right. So, guys, okay. Hold on. Yes, everybody, we're in the building. We're here. Listen, I have to say, before we get into this particular episode, I hate to do this to y'all, but we have to have a really quick HR meeting, okay? Human Resources is in the building, okay? I'm the director of Human Resources. I got my trusted manager here, Canelo, and we have another worker. I'm sorry, Toria, we're going to have to pull you into the HR meeting. Are you okay with that?
I'm fine.
Okay. So we're going to have an HR meeting, and we got to, the employee's been acting a fool. Okay, the employee's been acting a fool, so we got to do have a meeting here. Some people are getting promoted in this meeting, okay? Some people are getting demoted. Some people are getting pay cuts. Some people are getting pay raises, okay? And some people or someone, I hate to do this, is getting fired, okay? So let's get into, thank you to my manager, Canelo. So let's get into this HR meeting. And the first person that we have to call into this meeting is Carl Richards, okay? So Carl Richards has to come into this office, and let me tell you what's going on with Carl Richards here. Now, Carl Richards, she is one of our very trusted employees because you know what? She's been with us. Oh my, somebody's saying already, fire her. All right now. Oh my. It's looking like something to get fired. All right, let's get into the meeting. Now, Carl is one of our trusted employees. She's been with us since we opened this company, okay? She's been with us for 12 seasons, okay? She is an original cast member, okay? But the problem is why we're bringing her in the office today is because you know what, she didn't trust. She's not kind to her coworkers. Okay, she did not believe Sutton when Sutton said she had a miscarriage. Okay, she laughed when Erika cursed at Garcelle's son. So we're giving her 2 violations for being insensitive. So I'm charging Kyle with 2 violations for being insensitive here. Because she cursed. She laughed when Erika cursed at Garcelle's son, and she also did not believe about Sutton's miscarriage. So do you have anything to add to this, Canelo? For a trusted employee. Now, remember, she's been with us for 12 seasons. She's an original.
Ms. Vile needs to go because why was she there? Okay, she was on the phone with, Lisa, as everybody know, Horseface. She was on the phone with Lisa talking about, I got COVID. I can't do this. I'll see y'all later. You need to have your behind out here trying to make some money because next, I think in a couple of weeks, we're going to be seeing you going up against your sister.
And wait, Canelo, we got to stick with this episode. We stick with now. I'm sorry. You heard the charges against her. Do you want to add anything to this? Oh, okay. Hi, bye. We will get to Diana. Diana should be written up for harassment of Sutton. Oh my. Okay. Wait, hold on 1 second. Let me get this in. Gigi says Sheree is probed by the FBI for selling fake designer bags on her boutique website. Google has it. Gigi, I saw that. When we get to Sheree, you can bring that up then. Yes. She put her hands on Sutton. Okay. Hey, friends. Hey, put her hands on Sutton. Kyle is required to take personality classes if she want to stay. All right. Thank you, Mel. Okay. So we got to write that down. Kyle will have to take some personality classes. Go ahead, Canelo.
She's fired without pay.
Okay. You're firing Kyle without pay. But remember, she is an original. She's been with us 12 seasons. I think we need to cut her a little bit of break because of the fact that she's original. But that's my thoughts. Toria, what is your thoughts?
No, she should be fired for having them dogs in that kitchen every time she cooking and feeding the other employees. That is disgusting. Hair flying everywhere, dogs stealing food off the plates. She needs to be fired. That is not only a hazard, that is a health hazard. She could get all them ladies sick.
I second that, Toria. You are promoted.
It's time for her to go. So HR has spoken. Because she is a trusted employee, I would like to give her a chance by just giving her a fine and some violations. But my 2 workers here say that she should be fired. So thoughts, people. Now, Diva, she does. Oh my goodness, Miss G says she does not deserve a break. Wow. Okay. So y'all need to put in. Okay, wait. Kyle needs, okay, here goes Sally. Maybe this will work for us, guys. Kyle needs to be offered a package with benefits, retire.
Y'all ain't finna have me spend on my new computer now. Y'all ain't finna have me go back. Y'all ain't finna do that. Miss Sally, you need to be fired for what you said.
Okay, DB said Kyle should be fired for now being just as boring as Teddy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so wait, we're saying fired. We're getting fired. No, give Kyle the same break she gave Lisa.
Okay, hold on. Now, DB, I'm gonna say this. Kyle is not as boring as Teddy. She is not as boring. She do bring something, but the only thing that because she's the biggest violation on the show. What she does is she takes everybody's storylines and jump into it and keep her own storyline. She don't have one. So now she's going to try to use Kathy as a storyline. So she's a violation. So she got to go.
So the consensus is that she's fired. At least she's going to get a package. Kyle had 11 seasons worth of chances. Termination is warranted. Oh, y'all are bad. Okay, so I guess that's a wrap. Wait, Mel said dogs in the kitchen is probably why her family's staying sick.
Mel, we gonna talk about that.
Oh my God, Kyle is one. No, terminate Kyle without pay immediately. Goodness. Kyle is not getting any love. Did y'all hear me, guys? She is an original employee. 12 years of service. I guess she's done. I say cut her salary in half. Pit dog, thank you. You're the only one trying to save her. Fire and take Renna and Erika with her. Oh my God.
Oh, there's some rumblings about that part.
Oh God. All right. So I mean, Kyle brings bias and unfairness. I guess
Oh, and we have one more violation.
Yes, go ahead.
I forgot all about this. Doing them splits, retire them, and stop putting her nasty coochie on the floor with no underwear on.
All right, guys. I guess it's a wrap. Kyle is getting fired. I want to lean towards her getting at least this package with the benefits and all of that. Okay, so Kyle, I'm sorry, Kyle has left the office. Now we have to bring in Garcelle Bouvet. Okay, she joined us 2 years ago. She joined the company 2 years ago. I say that, we're bringing her in here because she works better alone. And what do I mean by that? When she goes into the confessional, she gives us some she gets gangster, right? But when she's with the group, she loses her voice. In this job, we do group activities, okay? So she works better alone. She's not good in groups. Another plus for her, I'm gonna have to say, is she's a loyal friend, okay? She stood by Denise Richards. She stands by Sutton. So that is a good thing for her. But I am going to give her a ticket, okay? She's getting a ticket, slash violation, because her fashion is terrible. Her and Dorit this week with that bumblebee outfit at the wine tasting was a whole hot mess. So she gets a violation for the fashion. She gets a plus because she's a loyal friend. She gets another negative because she works better alone and we do group activities. So what are we doing with Garcelle? Do we give Garcelle another opportunity but put her on probation? Because we got to keep our eye on her. Got to keep our eye on her. Does she go on probation? What did you say, Canelo?
She gets a raise and a promotion.
Oh my God, are you serious?
I'm dead serious. You ain't gonna drag my girl up into this. You is not gonna drag my girl. That her fashions are horrific. She's loyal. You said everything.
MA, thank you so much. No promotion. Miss G said probation. I appreciate that. Probation. Okay.
I say probation too.
Thank you, Tori. She said probation. MA said made a mistake. She meant promotion. Okay, yes, Elisa said, I love Garcelle. Okay, wait, you know what, Charlene? Come on now, y'all need to stop. She needs a raise for having to attend those dinners. Oh,
now, Charlene, yes, you are correct. I'm with Charlene on that. Y'all ain't gonna drag my girl.
C.I. Hawk said probation. Okay, hey, Rebecca. Okay, so S Lover said warning, let her know her errors. Okay, so since she's new, because 2 years and under, you still fairly new, right? So we're going to say, I like that, S Lover. We're going to give her a warning, let her know what the problems are, and give her time to correct it, okay? MA said she meant no probation. I know, I got you. Garcelle is pretty. Thank you, lovely. Thank you, lovely. Garcelle is pretty, but her fashion and her rigs are horrible. We got to tell the truth for shade and double. So she's keeping that violation for the fashion. She's going to have to get the fashion together.
I said that. I said her fashions are horrible, but she's loyal. She's there, when we talked about why she's gangster in the confessional and not that. We talked about that. So
wait, BB from EA said yes, a raise and promote. Come on, Canelo. That's they on your side. Please give Garcelle some verbal coaching. I don't want this in her personal file.
Fifi, don't do that. Don't do that.
Exactly, Fifi.
Oh
Exactly.
my God. Oh my God. Y'all know y'all roll for that.
Okay, so Catch Me Out said no probation for Garcelle. Her dressing needs help, but other than that, she can do no wrong. Love, love, love her. So we got some biased people out there, but that's
Oh
fine.
my
DD said
goodness,
she needs a written
Judge.
warning. Come on now. At least a written warning. We got to give her something, okay?
Oh,
Make her a friend of the show. Come on, Kimberly, because but you know what, Kimberly, why we going to give her a break? We're going to give her a break because she is 2 years and under. That's still kind of considered a new employee, right? So we're going to give her 1 more year to get her little act together, okay? Tony said probation, love Garcelle, hate her fashion. The confessional read about KK was everything. It was. Okay, Mary. Yes, she needs additional training. I agree. Okay, give Bar a write up. This will be her first strike. Okay, give
no,
her a
Miss
write
Kelly.
up. Okay,
Mm-mm.
Kyle's fashions are just tragic. Yes, they are
Yes, they are.
tragic. Also, she was lit to Erika, her son, not aggressive enough. Okay, did I misread that? Okay, Garcelle needs a raise to help her pay for the fashion and wig upgrade. All
Hot
right,
five,
maybe
you're
we'll
not
give
gonna
her a
do that.
bonus.
You're not gonna do that. You're
Plus,
not
she
gonna
needs to pay for food the next time she has a party.
do Toria.
Hey, come on, Toria. You know what,
Toria.
Toria? Hold on, you help me out. That's another violation she gonna get. She
Toria.
Yep.
gonna have
I
a whole
know you to just say
birthday
that.
party with no
That's why I
food.
said she belongs on probation because
She
her
does.
fashion, her
I take
wig,
that back.
and
You
no
are
food
right.
at the party.
Okay,
You
now
are
I have
correct.
now that is now okay, I can agree with that because we all gotta eat. We all gotta eat. So yes, I thought that was important taste because everybody at this party maybe some people may have been diabetic so they couldn't eat the cake, so they had to have some other kind of food. So I'll take that. I'll take that. That's one
So
strike.
Dana
It
said you
was
gotta give.
very, it was
Go ahead.
very, okay, she was contributing to the girls getting so drunk by not having no food. So that is definitely a violation. You got to feed people when you're serving alcohol, or she
100%.
wouldn't have had all them drunks there and all the
100%.
mishaps.
So wait, hold on, guys.
Go
So
ahead.
Dana said you gotta back off Garcelle and give her a raise. Okay, Dana, thank you for the super chat there. I appreciate it. Teen Garcelle, her fashion, not so much. Okay, at least we're telling the truth there. Okay, so Sally said we got to give her a written warning, training, and a raise to buy new wardrobe. All
Sally, you
right,
ain't gonna
yeah.
be good.
Hey, wait. Mel
Oh
said
my
her glam star gets a pink slip and she gets probation. Come on, Mel. Come on, Mel. You
Those are
helping
the
out
people that
here.
need to be fired because they're the
Yes,
ones that put her in that. I
yes,
mean,
they do.
so
Yeah,
her glam needs to be fired. So, Bill,
yes.
you are correct.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Canelo. We gotta add this. Come on, Toria. Don't we gotta add this? Remember the last season, the first season she had that party at her house and there was no heat?
Yes,
I'm
no
quite sure
heat.
she had
She
heat.
had
She
to
just
give
didn't want to turn it
everybody
on.
coat.
She had to give everybody a coat. Come on
Oh,
now.
now we got to do something the same because she gave everybody coats and sitting outside, so we got to do the same.
We'll do something and we're gonna add Lisa Renner to it because apparently it was cold and everything happens in her backyard too. But we'll get to her.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and the boots were ugly. The boots were ugly. It was a whole hot mess. Okay. So now that's Garcelle. I guess she's being saved. We're allowing her to come back, next season. But she has some violations, a little bit of probation, and she has some things she gotta work on. So next, and I think this is going to go real quickly and smoothly, we are bringing Diana into the office, okay? Diana has arrived in HR. What are we doing with Diana? I don't even know. You know what,
Immediate
guys?
dismissal.
Bye,
Immediate
madam.
dismissal.
Bye,
Immediately.
madam. You do not get a
No
paycheck that
Pasco,
night,
no collect $200. Exit the building.
and you're gonna be excommunicated from Housewives, and you would never even show up on Ultimate Girls Trip. So goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right. So I think everybody's in agreement. We're saying fire Diana. Okay, they say go to jail, do not collect $200. They saying fired, get rid of her. She should have never been hired. She's horrible. I'm sorry. You know what? We messed up in HR, but she did a good interview. She did a good interview. Okay. Fired on site. Okay, so Diana didn't pass probation. She should get let go. So Diana messed up. She didn't even pass probation. She got to go. So Fifi said termination, refer her file to the
Exactly,
You
Fifi.
was not gonna have me falling on my first night back. You was not gonna do. I'm not going to the hospital for you.
Oh my God. Now we can't just fire her. We gotta turn her over to her paperwork over to the proper authorities. I ain't mad. I'm not mad. Fire immediately. Lovely, thank you so much again. Thank you for
Oh
the
my
super ticket.
goodness.
Buy her a truckload of chapstick. I guess because that's what her lips are dry. She keeps licking them. Right. Okay. So I'm sorry. Diana got to go, and I don't think anybody has any remorse about it. No one cares.
No, nobody
Diana
cares.
got to go. So Diana's fired. I'm a course off a list. Okay. So 3 people so far came into the office for HR. Oh, before we fire her, I'll let you speak, Canilla, 1 second.
Okay.
Before we fire her, we got to write her up for licking her lips at young people. All right, go ahead, Canilla. What would you
Okay,
like?
I wanted to say this before we move on to our next employee.
Yes.
The show went so smoothly without Madam on there this week. She was stuck in somewhere because she was exposed to, see. So good riddance, goodbye, and that was your first ticket away from the show, and it was enjoyable.
There you go. Okay, so Diana, it's a wrap. She's fired. We never want to see her again. And matter of fact, they about to clinker. They about to clinker when she goes. Okay, so next we're bringing Erika into the office. Okay, now Erika, she's our next top employee. She's been here with us 7 years. Okay, Erika's been with us 7 years. Erika is a menace though. Erika is a menace, but she has been with us 7 years. Okay. She does have a drinking problem, so we gotta kind of tread lightly with her. I think we're going to send her to rehab. I don't know how long we're going to send her to rehab, but we're definitely going to send her to rehab. Now, whether we like her or not, she does have a stellar performance. She does give us some good moments. Okay, she's a little messy. She's a little mouthy. She's a little slick with the mouth. Okay, but then we got to take points back because she cursed out the kid. She joked about another employee's eating disorder. She called another employee a liability. But I will say if we got to compare her with some other performers, I think she deserves a raise and got to go to rehab. Yes, Erika Gigi. Yes, Erika is good for TV, but she has to pay back something to the victims. I do agree with you. So, but she's in HR
But
right
we
now.
have a major violation with Erika.
Okay, talk to
She
me.
is selling sex. She said she wants to be a dominatrix, and she says she has plenty of old men to get it done with, so she's selling sex. That's a violation.
That's a violation. But somebody else wants to bring her up for sexual harassment. Hi,
Yes.
I said Erika has sexually harassed Garcelle's son. Oh, she does have a lot of violations here. Okay. Barbara says just kick her out the building. Oh my. Okay. Erika says let's give her probation. Okay, Lovely said yes, let's put her in rehab. Okay, so Canelo, what are we doing with that? I'm saying Diana, but I mean, what are we doing with Erika?
Okay, burlesque. She needs to be fired for keeping that leg up in the air every 5 seconds. Nobody want to see her leg. And did you hear she wants to be a dominatrix? I thought she was a dominatrix in that red suit when they was over in France. You remember?
Yeah, I do.
Right. I thought she was. She said, I had to lube up just to get into this. And that thing was skin tight. And I'm surprised she didn't get a ticket for that.
Okay, somebody wants to fire. They saying Erika is desperate. She wants to be another Diana who introduced her to the business. Oh my God, they're saying she's problematic. Gigi said Erika loves laces. Okay, so Fifi, thank you, Fifi, you're coming through here. Rehab for 6 months. When she returns, probation for
Well, I gotta agree with you.
Wait, let me finish.
Go ahead.
No restitution made. Immediate termination after the 90 days. OMG. Okay, so go ahead, Camille. What was you gonna say?
Okay, well, Fifi is correct. We gotta fire her because I mean, oh my goodness. There ain't no words. Just fire her, and she didn't appear on Ultimate's girls trip, but no paycheck, no nothing. Get the rock, kick rocks, and don't drink nothing on Ultimate's girls trip either. Because if you do, you're off the island the first time we see you. I'm just saying.
Hey, Canelo. I'm saying Canelo. I'm saying, hey,
Gabor.
Gabor. I'm going to say, hey, Gabor. I'm desperate, but she's great TV. Suspend her until she pay or return those earrings to the victim. Okay, so we got a suspension. We got keep drunk Erika. So we're going to keep her, right? Probation and rehab, but keep her. Okay, we're going to keep her. Fire for indecent proposal regarding Garcelle.
Charlene, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Me too. Fire her. She's becoming a sex worker for Madam.
Mary said Erika needs to attend Liar Anonymous. Yes, she does, because she's a whole hot mess with that. Oh my God. Pit Dog said arrest her now. Hey Mona. We keep her. No, Canilla, keep drunk Erika, probation. Okay, DB said Erika doesn't have a problem. She's using this as an excuse to be rude and nasty. No rehab needed. Shaking my head. So we're not even going to send her to rehab. OMG. Okay, keep her. Garnish all her checks.
That do sound like a good idea. Make her behind work for free.
No. You want to garnish her check and pay back the victim. So someone said, give her several written warnings. Okay. So Erika, you have learned your punishment from HR. We're going to move on. I tried to save you, Erika. I tried to send you to rehab. I told them you was doing a good performance and you've been with us for a while. I also felt like you should get a raise, but I'm not the only voter here in HR. So let's move on to Crystal, okay? And Dana said, get rid of criminal Erika. So Erika got to go for some people, okay? So let's move on to Crystal, right? I want to put her on paid leave. There's an eating disorder situation that we're not quite sure about. And I don't even want to joke about that. Like, she has a lot going on. She has a wishy-washy performance. But because I don't want us to get sued, I could fire her for her performance, but I don't want us to get sued. She needs time to heal. I say, let's just do a paid leave and let her go get some therapy. Yes, Miss G, we want to issue her to go for therapy. How are you feeling about that, Canelo?
I 100% agree. Just, a paid leave. We will send her to a good therapist, a good rehab center that's gonna, make sure she gets the proper help. No joking. I usually call her victim, but not tonight. But Crystal, we would not pay for your treatment. Your husband can do that, but we're gonna let you off with, a paid leave and go to rehab.
Yes, Tori, what do you feel? What are we gonna do with Crystal?
I agree. And she needs to go to a rehab that specializes in just eating disorders because she'll get therapy and she'll get help and guidance on how to eat and everything, because now she's going to vomiting, making herself vomit every day. She's in serious trouble, and I'll say we send her away for a while and let her get herself together. And if she comes back and she ain't picked it up and she tells one lie, then she's out the door.
Right. Well, True and Blue, you are correct. And that's why I'm saying, you know what, we're going to pay her. We're going to send her to therapy and she could come back. Her job will still be open. It still be open when she comes back. Okay. So that's what we're doing with Crystal. Now we got to move on to problematic Lisa Renna. You know, I forgot to look up how many years Lisa Renna has been with us, but she's been with us for a while. I want to say as long as
Season 4.
Huh? Season
Season
4.
4.
Okay. So she's been with us for a while. Krisha, you in danger, girl. Yeah, these girls are athletes. She needs to be
Yes, they
saved from herself. She does need to be saved from herself. She really does, because you know we'll get into the way they played her out without her being there. We'll talk about that later. But Lisa Renna, where do we start? She's a desperate hot mess. Okay. We know that she needs this check, but tonight, you know, violation for her in HR, we're going to deal with the fact that she likes to torture other employees, right? So her most recent victim is Sutton, but we seen her do this before. She did it with Kim Richards. She did it with Denise Richards. She did it with Lisa Vanderpump. So we cannot have one employee torturing other employees. So do
Don't
I
forget
even need to
Yolanda.
add more?
She
Yeah,
did it
don't
to
forget
Yolanda
Yolanda.
too. She
Oh
did it to
my
And
Yolanda.
she did Garcelle. She did Garcelle for a hot second.
She
Yep.
did. She tortures people. She
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
tortures the other employees. So what are we doing with Renna?
We immediate
Bye, horse face.
dismissal.
Bye, horse face.
Bye.
Goodbye with your inflated lips
Hasta
and
la
your silicone
vista.
heart.
And don't come back.
Okay.
No, no girls trip at all.
And her name is Karma, and she really is a itch. Bye.
Yeah. So she the one that needs that. Renna is definitely a loose cannon. Renna's face, fashion, and personality are a disaster. Um, send the Joker back to QVC.
Y'all are not merciful. Y'all are merciless.
Renna should be dismissed. Yes. Okay. So Yolanda, Kim, Denise, LVP, and others. Yes, she tortured the employees. We got to let her go. You know what? Thank you, S Lover. Lisa is the liability. You right, job. She needs to go. Then we have found it. Lisa is a liability. Lisa leaves the door. Needs the door hit her where the good Lord split her. I know that's right. That's not what you wrote, but I know what you mean. Renna thinks she's on a soap opera. Renna is a hot mess. Fire her in her lips. I know that's right. Drop Lisa off at concert.
Fifi, I love you
I
tonight.
cannot with you. I cannot. You are not doing this to me tonight. You are not.
She said it drive off. Lisa needs to be relocated to a different office with sisters to learn some real lessons. I'm trying to tell you. So I think we're all in agreement. Fire her for admitting she intentionally attacks her coworkers. You know what? And no unemployment. Well, come on, Charlene. You ain't lying right there. She admitted intentionally. I just like to torture you. She's troublesome. Yes, she is. Renna was not involved with the LVP. That was all Doritos and Kyle. Oh, Renna wasn't involved in it?
She didn't. She wasn't a part of that, but she was. You know, when she first came, I think it was when she first came on. She was heckling Lisa. She did. She came. She didn't have nothing to do with Puppygate, but she did.
She was jealous of Lisa Vanderpump.
Yeah, she wanted her
all of her money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Renna was on Watch What Happened Last Night, and she looked horrible. I saw her. Renna is scary. Licks on these sacred straight intervention, scared straight intervention. Well, if no one reported her, we can't really do anything. Well, you know what, Erika? That's the truth. That's the truth. But yeah, that is very true. Had Lisa had recent work done, she's always wearing those massive sunglasses. I don't know what is with her with those sunglasses now. It's absolutely crazy. So Lisa Renna got to go. She's fired because she's torturing other employees. Now, Sutton is my MVP. Okay, we're giving Sutton a raise. She's not afraid to apologize. Even though she's socially awkward, she stays in the midst of the jungle and she deals with the heat, okay? Even when Lisa Renna told her to get out her house, she just sat there like, come on, Lisa, okay? And you said, are you in the wrong stream? Yeah, we're going to reveal Real House. If you're waiting for the recap of Real Housewives of Atlanta, look at me, Atlanta. Beverly Hills, we get in there. But right now we have them in HR. Okay. So Sutton is the MVP. I want to give Sutton a raise. I want to invite, thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mary. Sutton deserves a raise, okay? Because she is taking a lot of heat. And if it wasn't for Sutton, none of these Earls would have anything to talk about pretty much. And they wouldn't even have a storyline or something to do. They're always on Sutton's behind. Yes, Kurt, thank you for coming in the building. Yes, the MVP is Sunny Sutton and her 15 apologies. Love what you
Curves, we ain't gonna do that, Curves. We ain't gonna do that.
Wait,
And I say we take 1/2 of the other one's pays and give it to Sutton.
Come on now. I'm trying to tell you. Anna says give Sutton a raise, seat next to Andy and the center diamond. Amen. Amen. Sutton is a Southern lady. Come on now. Sutton deserves a raise for taking 6-1. Come on, Charlene. Come on.
That is true.
Sutton. Yes. Sutton is winning. Okay,
Yes.
Sutton is the employee of the year. I'm trying to tell you, okay? Sutton seems to be the most dynamic of the housewives this season. Team Sutton, okay? She takes it. She takes a beating and keep on licking, honey. She was just sitting there like, you know, if you need her to apologize, you can't say much of it. She's like, you want to apologize? Okay, I'm sorry. You said I hurt your feelings. Okay, I apologize. All right, what next? What are we gonna do? Okay, yes. I do feel like she's becoming queen of the show. Oh yeah, come on, Sutton. Sutton is giving it to us, okay? Hey D, hey Cricket 22.
Hey,
so I think we're all in agreement. Sutton is the employee of the year. Sutton gets the raise. Sutton, I'll let you talk 1 second.
Okay.
Sutton needs to sit next to Andy, and Sutton gets the center diamond. Team Sutton over here. Okay, go ahead, Canelo. What would you like to say?
Now, what I wanted to say is, when Sutton first came on in season, I think it was season 11. No, season 10 when she first came on. I didn't like her because she was, you know, she came off kind of aggressive. You know, she was judgmental and stuff. But as she comes on, you start to see her awkwardness and all of that, and it becomes endearing. But when she took on Erika last season, that made me like her even more. Raise, employee of the year, everybody's paychecks that we're firing, she gets every last one of those, and Central Diamond, and she would never be released.
Yes, we like Sutton over here. That Sutton family scene. The Sutton family scene was painful. We'll get into it. But Mel, thank you. Sutton gets employee stock options. Yes, she does, Mel. I agree with you. Thank you. Oh wait, MH, you said we going overboard for Sutton? Now calm down, MH. Calm down. Okay. Sutton is our girl. Sutton and Garcelle is so real. Okay, Catherine. Sutton and Garcelle. Okay.
We is not gonna do that. We gonna
awkward. Yeah, it can hold her own. Love it. Yes. Okay. Sutton gets a raise plus free landscaping for a year. Child, we gonna talk about them dogs. I think the dog name was Waylon. We gonna get to that. We're going to get to Waylon. Okay, and G said the ladies hate Sutton and Garcelle bond. Team Sutton and Garcelle. Okay, come on. I'm trying to tell you guys. Everybody, don't forget to hit that like button. Okay, we're about to conclude our HR section, right? But we cannot, I know I got one more, but we cannot close this meeting out without bringing Kathy Hilton into the office. So let me tell you what I feel about Kathy. Oh wait, you know what? I'm sorry. I got 2 more people to bring in the office.
Yeah,
Forgive me, guys. Yeah, I gotta bring her in too. But we'll do Kathy first, right? So Kathy, last year she did an amazing performance. Matter of fact, so well that she was a fan favorite, and she bamboozled us. Into giving her a raise. So we give her a raise, and she had called out 6. Well, how many episodes are we in so far?
We called out 6.
He called out 6 for several days. Okay, come on now, High Vibe. Kathy needs an EEOC investigation. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, Bibi from being Kathy who? Nobody remembers her anymore. Her employees forgot who she is. Okay, she's been absent. She's been underperforming. And when she shows up, she only shows up, she punches in for like 2 seconds, and then she punches out, and she's been getting full pay. So we gave her a raise. Well, you know what? I'm saying she gets a decrease in salary, right? She could stay, but she gets a decrease in salary. And not only is she not going back to her original salary before she got the raise, we're cutting it in half. I'm done with Kathy. We don't see her. We don't know nothing and hear nothing for her. What are we doing with Kathy? Go ahead.
You gonna hate me, but I still like Kathy. I still do.
She's been acting.
But you let me finish. I know you can scrub my elbows. I know I'm gonna go to the white meat, but give me a second. I will finish. Even though she hasn't shown up, yes, she does not deserve a raise. She deserved it. She doesn't even deserve a friend title. They need to take all her money, but make her work for free. Bring her back. Bring her back next season in Kyle's place, and make sure that she, performs. And if she gets to the reunion, we'll give her a check again. But until then, I still love you, Kathy. But girl, you got to go.
Well, Gigi said Kathy is still in company's time. Terminate her. Gigi, I'm with you. Terminate her. She's still in company's time. Toria, 1 second. Miss Mona, thank you. Thank you, Miss Mona. She said, Kathy who? Kathy who? What is her last name again? Toria, what do you got to say about Kathy?
Y'all are shady.
Toria, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, what are we doing with Kathy?
I say she's been missing in action, and she's missed too many days at work without excuses, without a doctor's note. And I'm still on the fence about her language in her Aspen, Colorado trip. So I say we put her on suspension until further notice.
I thank you, Toria, but Charlie said Kathy can stay but get minimum wage. She can't fire seniors.
Charlie, you roll for that.
Kathy needs a reverse ACA. She's punching in and leaving the job site. Yes, she is. She's punching in and leaving the job site. Okay. Kathy is so weird. Pay her for her name only. Take down Kathy is still on the way. Kathy is the employee with a whole bunch of files on her desk.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Isabel. That probably describes it.
Wait. I'm not mad at Kathy because I can go to work when I want and I still get paid my full salary. All right, I hear you. All right. So all right, everybody. So Kathy is getting a salary cut at the least. Okay. That's what's happening with Kathy. Okay. So now Kathy shows up on the days the office is closed. We need an update neurological report.
Mel
okay.
is busy.
I love you, Mel.
Kathy is playing games. Kathy is playing games. Okay, so that's Kathy. So what we have to do now is we're bringing our last and most newest employee into the office, and that is Sheree. So Sheree, we thought she was promising, right? We got a recommendation. Her recommendation, Garcelle recommended her. And so we may have to take back Garcelle's bonus for recommending such a horrific employee. Okay. So we brought in Sheree. We thought she was going to give us a little something. Sheree is giving us nothing. Not only is she not giving us anything, the fashion is tragic. What she wore to the wine tasting was unbelievable. She had on a beret with some pearls on it, a sweater dress that looked like it came from Five and Below. I'm done with Sheree. She's giving me nothing. She's supposed to be Garcelle's ally. And she's kissing up to the enemies. Okay, talking about Lisa, you're so kind, you're so sweet. And Sutton was sitting there like, who's she talking about? What's going on here? What do y'all want to do with Sheree? She's our last person in the HR office.
No, we forgot to ring. We forgot Dorit.
Oh, I forgot Dorit. I'm leaving people out of the office here.
Oh,
Okay,
and
I put Dorit on here, but go ahead. Tell me about Sheree. What are we doing about Sheree?
She's bringing absolutely nothing. She may exit the building.
well, Sheree, child, ain't nothing I can say 'cause I can't save you. Especially when you start kissing up the horse face. Oh my God, I could not. They're inflatable
Say
lips.
your names, Canelo.
I know, I just look, but she do look like a horse. You cannot say she don't. I'm so sorry. But anyway, kissing up to Lisa with them big lips on your behind. I'm quite sure that's why you sitting over there trying to kiss up to her so you can stay on the show. She's the wrong person to kiss up to. You should be kissing up to your girlfriend Garcelle over there, the one that's got you the job, and Sutton, because them the two that's gonna be the last two standing. So I'm just thinking.
Yes. Okay. So we saying it looks like Sheree got to go for the most part. Some Mary said give her 30-day warning. We could give her a 30-day warning. I'm okay with that. But if she doesn't perform within the next 30 days, she got to go. I'm done with her. Okay. She's not doing anything for us. Sheree is a disappointment. She is a huge disappointment. Okay, but Miss G want to keep on a 90-day probation for now. If she doesn't perform, she has to go. Okay, I can get with that. Sheree is still giving me more than Kathy. Well.
Well, at least she showed us at everything. She is showing up. She is showing up.
So we got Sheree is still within her probationary period, and therefore she has some time to improve. If after her probationary period she fails to improve, then she will not be back. Okay, Curve. So you say she's still on probation. Go ahead, Gloria.
Curves don't work in our HR department. No.
But Toria, we do have to be fair. She is correct. We do have to be fair. Even though Sheree is not giving us anything, we do have to give her, she's right. Curves is correct.
She's only a friend of the show. Friends don't have to come back. They can be there for just the season and be gone for the reason.
Candy girl, I see you in the building. What would you like to add? Can you hear me?
I just wanted to add really.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you fine. Girl, I just wanted to add about, I never say her name right. I think it's Sheree. But
yes.
If you guys, wasn't she on Hollywood Wives or something like that?
Yes, she was. Hollywood Exes.
She wasn't really good even on that, though, if you think about it. She was really
I'm trying to tell you.
I ain't never seen
She was married to that
preacher. I think we lost her.
We lost her. Curves, you're in the building. You have entered HR. I guess they just hired you. What would you like to say?
Yeah, I had to come in and get hired because there was somebody else in the department that was not willing to take my suggestions because I was out of the department, and therefore, I'm a new hire too. I'm still within the probationary period, like Sheree, and therefore, I feel like if she doesn't improve after her probationary period, then we simply won't have to have her back. Is that acceptable to you?
Yes.
No. No.
Okay, listen, because we got to get into the episode, and this meeting is running overtime.
What are we going to do with Dorit?
I forgot about Dorit.
I want to say this before you start.
Yeah.
I want to say this. This is why I named her irrelevant, because everybody forgot about her. So that's why Dorit is irrelevant.
Okay, so let me bring Dorit into the office, and let me say this. Dorit's been with us a while too. She got on her nerves a little bit because she had an incident in her home, okay? And she talked about it too much. She was running around the office and telling everybody about this incident for weeks, and she was disrupting work and all of that. But I have to give her credit. When it comes to fashion, she's at the top of her game. Now, I think she messed up at the wine thing, also dressing like a bumblebee with the black and yellow. Okay, remember that buzz, she was dressing like a bee. So, she messed up, but that was just one mess up. Okay, so I'm saying that although she's problematic, she gives us something. she's neutral, right? I'm not giving her a raise. I'm not really going to give her a bonus, but I think she can stay. Canelo, what do you think we're doing with Dorit?
That's why her name is irrelevant. You forget. But I do have to say this. She after those episodes where she, was talking about the robbery, I've been kind of liking her, especially when her and Garcelle went,
Wait,
on the.
Canelo, I just got a new information and new paperwork came in through the fax machine. I forgot all about this. She did put Crystal's eating disorder on blast. When you are problematic to other employees, that is a problem. But go ahead. That's added information there.
Bye, irrelevant.
Okay, she got to go. Lovely, thank you. The fact that you keep forgetting about Dorit says a lot. That is true. That is
That's
true.
why I named her.
That is true. Toria, what are we doing with Dorit?
Fire her and take her husband with her.
And Lovely, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Okay, Curves, what are we doing with Dorit?
Oh, well, Dorito was previously written up for spilling industry secrets during the LVP Puppygate situation. And because she was previously written up, for her to again spill industry secrets about what's going on inside Crystal's belly and all that stuff, I think that she needs to get docked in her pay. And I think that she might have to engage in another probationary period because this is two-first of her spilling industry secrets for business that's not hers. And that was intellectual property that she infringed upon as far as Crystal's business was concerned. Is that acceptable?
That's acceptable. Okay, so Dorit, a lot of people want Dorit to have her walking papers. I just want y'all to remember though that Dorit is a long-time employee. So we'll kind of figure that out. It's a to be continued. They do have some more work to do, before we will give our final judgment. We'll give our final judgment after the reunion shows. How's that sound, everyone? So we are concluding our HR meeting and we're going to move into this week's episode. Are we good, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So we open up and Renna is calling everybody because she's inviting people to this wine tasting party at her house. I'm going to cut this real short and say this. I don't understand why Renna iPhone was cracked. Okay. She had a cracked screen. I don't know if anybody noticed that. I'm like, come on, girl. All this money you have, go fix a screen. So Diana, Kyle, and Kathy, they all have COVID, so they're not going to make it to the wine tasting, okay? And that's pretty much everything that happened there. So now we go to Sutton's house and the family scene. Someone said it earlier, the family scene was painful, okay? Because Renna is cracked. Mel, you too much now. You too much now. So we go to Sutton's house and it's her kids in this animal kingdom. I mean, listen, I love the animals too, right? But it must have been 6 dogs, 17 cats. The cats were on the table. I was like, okay, wait a minute. Are the cats just chilling on the table where you eat off of? And you want to know why Waylon, I think that's the dog's name, was out in the back tearing up the landscaping? Because God darn it, he can barely get any attention when you got 17 other animals in the home, right? So, and then they all, you know what? I'm gonna charge her and Carol with a violation with these pets because her son was just feeding the dog the tuna salad off his finger. Then he made his sandwich. I ain't seen no washing of the hands. It was a whole hot mess in her house. So those were 2 scenes so far. Before I move on to the next scene, anybody have anything to say about those 2 particular scenes?
Okay, I have to say something. Renna Horseface. I did not. Now you said her phone was cracked. I did not see that, but she poor. That's why we kept her on for so long because she ain't got no money. The only paycheck she got is Harry's, but Harry don't even give her anything. So she's trying to live vicariously through her daughters so that she can get paid on the modeling scene. But every time I'm sorry to say this, Renna, but this is true. Every time she get a paycheck, she run to get her lips inflated. So Did I say that out loud? I don't think I'm supposed to say that, but anyway, it's the secret's out. She always uses the collagen in her lips. So that's why she ain't got no money for the cell phone.
I think that we might have to write up our employee of the month for that salad being non-seasoned.
Oh my God, Curve. She's so basic, Curve.
We need to add a cook. We need to add a cook to send over there to Sutton. She needs a cook because she can't cook. She can't even make a chicken salad. But Renna, she should have money to fix her screen because she is working on Days of Our Lives. It's on Peacock, and she's back on that show, huh?
No, I'm just
You didn't-
laughing.
Did you know that, Camila?
No, I heard she's back on there, but I told you what she do with her money. That's why she ain't got enough to buy no phone. She used it for collagen. Her lips are always inflated.
No, that's the truth.
But she needs to get didn't notice the crack phone because I was distracted by everything else in the house. Yeah, the house is a disaster. The phone was cracked. I'm gonna need her to get that phone fixed, but we shall move on. High Five said all it had was mayo. And please tell me why all that money is Sutton is buying Wonder Bread.
Hold on, wait. I have to. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I thought I saw her chopping up some celery and a few things else. Now she put on salt and pepper. She put on salt and pepper. Now I know that's what Kurt was talking about. Kurt
I'm talking about seasoning.
She didn't season nothing, but she did, put some other stuff in there. So that's what I'm just saying.
Yeah, she big chunks of celery, overkill of the mayo. Yeah, but Sutton is Sutton, right? So Dorit and Garcelle meet up, right? I love the way, I really truly do love the way Garcelle, Dorit dresses, right? I think when she lost that job at QVC, it really did hurt her. It really did hurt her, right? So those two meet up, right? And Garcelle's talking about how she is doing the voice for her book that she wrote that I couldn't finish. I have the book here. I'm trying to finish it. And it's not a big book either. I'm just bored. I'm not trying to be fresh, but I'm going to try to finish it so we can talk about it, right? So she's doing the Audible for her book. She talks about how she had a run-in with Bill Cosby and it wasn't a good thing, okay? And she said also that she talked to Erika. She talks about Erika to Dorit and, how, Erika is drinking too much and how Erika hit her head. And I think that's pretty much everything that kind of happened, well, let me take that back. She talked about, she asked Dorit about PK and this DUI. And so Dorit said, no, alleged DUI. And so Garcelle was like, huh? And so Dorit said, the cops brought him home. And they brought him home when they tested him at the jail or wherever they took him to. He was under the limit and they just brought him home. And see, once again, Garcelle, she's going to get the beat down at the reunion because in the confessional, she want to talk about, oh, that never happens in my neighborhood. What did they do? Did they take him to get a steak on the way home? She was being messy in the confessional. Go ahead, Canelo, because I see you itching to say something. Go ahead.
But at least she was telling facts, though, because you and I, Curse, already know we would never get that kind of treatment, even if we wasn't even if we was above the legal limit and we blew in there, we would be behind, we would be sitting in the cop car, we wouldn't even got a chance to even say, I'm not drunk. They would have made us do the road test, and if we even if we not drunk and we mess up, we get clucked, we like this, ready to go. They wouldn't, even if we say we hungry, we would be eating the slop at the jailhouse. We wouldn't be getting no steak. I'll just look. Garcelle just telling the truth, even though she said in the confessional, but she told the truth. And
Dorit lied.
Yes, talking about it was.
Well, you know what, she did lie. Okay, y'all, she bring me back. You're bringing me back.
he was handcuffed first, and he was above the limit at first. Then they dawdled around with him, took him back to the station. He sat around for an hour and a half, and then they retested him. And he even said he was in handcuffs the whole time he was at the police station. When she brought up, why didn't you tell me last week? And that was a bunch of bull. And then they decided they were going to drive him home, but he could not get his vehicle out. What I want to know is, why did she have to go get it out the next day? Because the next day he would have been drinking, unless it was in her name and not his.
Yeah, I don't. But even you could drive somebody else's car, so even, or maybe you saying the person that owns it had to pick it up. Oh, the person that owns it had to pick it up.
Yeah, they impounded, and the person now. If your partner calls you to the scene, you can take the car from the scene if the police will let you do it.
Okay.
And but if it gets impounded, it has to be the owner of the vehicle. They have to present the proof of insurance and proof of ownership and their driver's license, and pay the towing fee and the impound fee.
Well, I'm going to say, since they're married, she should be able to, because she would be on the title and everything. She couldn't go.
No, what Toria is saying is, why couldn't he pick it up? But she's saying that
I understand that part.
Pick it up. Yeah,
I understand that part. But
he probably couldn't pick it up because it was probably, the car is probably in Dorit's name and not his.
Yeah. No,
because he's hiding assets, because the IRS is looking for him in the banks.
We've been
Kay don't have good credit.
You know,
that's why this house is in Dorit's name and not his.
Her name. You're right. Because
you're right. No, you're bringing up something interesting here. Kurtz, what do you want to say about that scene?
I just think that it's very telling that Dorit thinks that what's on TV is not going to be shown, because they had an entire conversation that we saw last week where he said what happened, and then what she explained to Garcelle was not what he said. It was just some of what he said. So she doesn't have any right to be mad at Garcelle for her confessional remarks, because all Garcelle would have to say is that, oh, well, since you was lying about it, I decided to not call you on the carpet about it at that moment. And plus she has her delayed response syndrome and stuff. But
yeah, I love that diagnosis. But I love that diagnosis.
You know what I mean? Because maybe she was not. Yeah, she didn't say it right then, maybe so she didn't have to start nitpicking with Dorit, because they were having a good lunch. Did you see how they were joking and everything?
They were having a good
I actually liked that scene. I really did.
I liked it too. But if that only way she can get along with Garcelle is to lie, then okay.
Right. Okay. So let's move. Dorit isn't a good liar, MH. So let's move on to this scene with Erika, her publicist, her assistants. They're talking about Pretty Mess here. They're talking about dating. She's talking about she just, she's doing this whole sex, drug, and alcohol type of situation thing. It's not a good look. I mean, I'm not really here for it. But, whatever. She's talking about how she wants to get into, dominatrix. And because, she knows how to handle. If my moderators out there, please get those bots, block them. She's talking about, dominatrix, and she knows how to handle and deal with older men. Come on now, Erika. First of all, I never seen a broke person that has assistants, publicists, and managers, and they're with you all the time like that. Usually broke people, they got to be their own assistant, own coordinator, own manager. Like, what in the world? I'm like, you're not that broke.
Child, she basically got some of them assets. I keep telling y'all, she got them assets hidden. Ronald Richards came out and said it. She got some stuff off in offshore's accounts. He even found them. Them earrings that she don't want to give up, I'm quite sure she went and put them in a safe somewhere. That woman sitting here talking about, I think I should become a dominatrix.
She's
and maybe you're
reverting back.
right. Go
She's
ahead, Tony.
reverting back to how she was when she got Tom. She was a stripper and a waitress, and she's just going back to her ways that she's always been, a slut.
Oh
And she
my.
said she's getting sex every day. You heard her.
Right.
She said she's getting it, and they're saying, you getting it in like that, and she's all happy about it. Well,
Yeah.
you
That
say
was
you're not gonna date none of these men because you don't want to do the dating scene and you don't want to get in a relationship. So you're just having sex with all different kinds of men. You're a slut. And you're doing it for money. That's how she's paying for that. And come on now. Lots of people have managers and publicists. They do not stay at your house all day and all night. They go back to their office and do their work. They have other clients. These knucklehead white guys she has, they ain't no real publicists and real managers. Get out of here. They got their degrees out of a Cracker Jack box.
Curse, what did you think of this scene?
Okay. So I have a lot of thoughts about a geriatric trick. Okay. And this whole sex,
Exactly.
drugs, and rock and roll thing. I mean, Amy Winehouse much. Okay. And are these people paid? Do we have to call forensic auditors to see if she's using company funds to host all these little meetings at her round table, her teeny tiny round table in her teeny tiny kitchen? Are we going to have to do that? Or are they the Sonia Morgan intern? Or, you know what I'm saying?
oh, I forgot about that curve. She probably did call Sonya.
And yes, but we might have to call the forensic auditors to make sure how she's funding these table talks at her house. And I don't think it's a great look for Bravo to openly have a mistress with the Apartment 23 book on the show and all of that, and now have a geriatric trick still trying to advertise for clients on their dime. I mean, squeeze me, but she wasn't supposed to be doing any personal marketing while she was at work talking about, oh, I only want 5 clients. That was really saying, DM me, get your applications in quick because I only have 5 slots open because there's 7 days in a week.
Yeah, it was a bit much for me. I wasn't really here for it. I'm like, okay, she's funny as junk, Erika, sometimes. But I thought that was too much. And I mean, for a person to say they don't have no money, but then you got 3 people in the building, how are you paying for them? But Sin, you have entered the building. What's up? What do you want to add to the conversation? Sin, can you hear me? Yeah, I see you.
Oh.
Sin, can you hear me? Okay, I guess Sin can't hear me. Lisa, what's up? What do you want to add to the conversation?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I don't know why y'all thinking Erica sitting on the D like that. Ain't nobody checking for Erica like that no more. Yeah, ain't no man trying to go to jail or get sued. Okay, ain't nobody sitting. She ain't sitting on the D like that every night. Okay, she need to stop lying. Okay, don't no man want to get sued and want to go to jail because see, she got the $50 million lawsuit and she got all this other stuff going on. Don't nobody got time for that. And then she talking about she want to be a dominatrix and all that right there. Chat, go sit down somewhere, Erica, okay? And stop.
Let me tell you this, though, Lisa. Erika's not a bad looking woman. And
No,
trust me,
I'm not saying
no,
she
but
don't.
no, but let me say this to you. Trust me, men will tap that, they will touch that, they will be with her, and then they're gonna keep it moving when she go down in the gutter. So yes, they will come for her and do whatever it is they want to do for her, and have fun with her. And then when it's time to go. She says she don't want no boyfriend, and really, she's still married. She's still
And
married, so
Lisa,
it's not much she can do anyway.
remember the white man that lives in Las Vegas, that old man has been sending private planes for her to come to Las Vegas to see him. And she's been filmed like 5 or 6 times getting on a private plane by TMZ.
I don't believe she's sitting on the
Going to
dick.
see that white
I
man.
don't believe.
The white man,
Excuse me, my fault, my fault. I mean, I
he's
don't
a
believe she's sitting on the
millionaire
D
in
like
Las
that.
Vegas. I forgot what he owns.
Oh,
I just don't believe she's sitting on the D like that all night long and everything else, okay? And like you said, she Jerry. Well, and I ain't gonna say she's geriatric, okay? Cause she know, like, cause she's still a beautiful woman. I mean, how she may be in her 50s, but she's still a beautiful and gorgeous woman. She really is, but I don't believe she's like that.
Until she take all that makeup off her face, and then you really look at her on the HDTV when she had no makeup on and with them fake tears.
And she
Oh,
old.
and her skin from them being out in the sun looks really bad. And
Mm-hmm.
remember when she was in that park last season with Kyle, and she had them fake tears and the
Ooh.
mascara ran down her face.
Yeah.
She didn't have no makeup on that time. And girl, look at her on a 70-inch HD television.
Oh
You
no.
see all them imperfections in that skin. That chick skin is messed up. That's why she have to put all
Mm-hmm.
that makeup on.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
Right.
I can't deny
But
it.
And
And
we would
Lisa,
all look good if we had a stylist and a makeup artist every day. We'd be looking
That
good
work on your
too.
face for like 10,
right?
So
15.
do.
I mean,
And Lisa, BT Dub, she would be considered geriatric, especially in a gynecological appointment. Because
Who?
if you're 39 and pregnant, you're considered a geriatric pregnancy. And so
I
if
ain't gonna say
you
she geriatric.
Cooter,
Kanika, what's so
Cooter
I
funny?
is
believe.
officially geriatric at 39, according to the gynecologist. Okay, so therefore, she's a
Yeah.
geriatric
I mean,
dominatrix.
I ain't gonna say she geriatric, you know what I'm saying? Because that's not cool. But you know, because I know some women up her age it still looks good. You know, they still look good. Look at Chrissy Brinkley. She still looks. She in her 60s, and you could say
She's
she still look
geriatric
good.
also. It's
But
just
she
She
the
is,
geriatric
but
too. But she
Erica
still look
looks
good.
it's
damn
not it's not
good.
okay, guys, let's move. Wait, hold on. Let's move on to this next scene where Sutton has lunch with Renna. Renna is full of crap, right? Renna
oh,
is phony.
mm,
She's a fake. She's a fraud. She sat there and had lunch with Sutton. Going to tell Sutton how she likes to torture her, but then yet again she kind of accepts Sutton's apology at this luncheon, right? And if you can't forgive her, you dislike her so much. Why is she invited to this rosé wine tasting? Why not tell her to just stay home because you're on the fence and you don't really want to forgive her yet and you can't deal with her? So why do you do that? But you invite her, but before you invite her, you have lunch with her and pretty much said, we're good. What do we think about this scene between Sutton and Renna, and where Sutton called Renna the Grinch? And I thought that was pretty funny.
I laughed so hard.
she
I
I
was
laughed
laughed so
correct.
too.
hard. When she
Yes.
said you look like the Grinch, I was no more good. I laughed so hard. I said, and I was picturing her all green. I was like, yeah, I can see her as the Grinch.
I didn't
I
catch
was
on
like,
to what
go
she
get her,
said though.
Sutton.
I didn't catch on to that. I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out Gwen. You talking about the man who said cancel Christmas?
Her makeup,
Yes.
her face, her
I'm
hair.
like, because I was kind of catch on to the idea of what she was saying. I was kind of catch up with it.
It's
Hmm.
I was kind of
storming for
tripping.
me,
I was
guys.
kind of
I don't know.
imagining it.
I'm having a bad storm over here. So wait, the men are not looking at face. They're thinking about the bedroom. Also, clout chasers, millionaires says billionaires will tap it. I'm trying to tell you, thank you, Lee.
Oh
They don't
yeah,
care nothing about
Erica
the
can
face.
still.
And not only that, though, face, no face, whatever. I still got to give it to her. Whether she's beat down with the makeup or not, she still looks good. She's
Mm-hmm.
not a horrible looking woman. And I think any day of the week, she could definitely get a man to just do what they
Oh yeah,
do.
she gonna
Okay.
get a
right.
man, but
Yeah,
she got
she
a
just,
lot of cottage cheese in them legs. When they came walking out that beach, her and Kyle,
It's
they had a
okay because
lot of cottage cheese in
Chloe.
them legs.
okay.
the kind of
All
man
Okay.
right,
she
guys. So
looking
wait,
But
let's
for.
come back
on first
focus. Let's come back focus. Hold
on
on. We're talking about Sutton and
right.
Brenna at this luncheon. Sin, you're in the building. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Okay. What did you think about this luncheon with Sutton and Renna?
I have to go back to Erica and her jumpsuit. Erica can still get it. Erica looks good. Without the makeup, she looks different, but a man will still tap that. And besides the men that she's looking for, they can't see that well anyway. They're just going to be happy to have
Hmm.
them on her arms.
You
Mm,
right
True
there,
that.
Sin.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts. That's
mm.
facts
yeah,
right there.
facts, facts.
Yes.
That's
But
I
but
and I
go
take
ahead.
that
Go
back.
to
You right,
this.
you right.
Go
Like
go
she
to
looking
his
for
luncheon
she
with
looking for the
Sutton.
Hugh Hefner of the world. She looking for the
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner of the world.
I
Hold
don't.
on, Lisa. Hold on
I.
one second.
You could
Lisa,
actually.
hold on one second. Go ahead, Sin. Tell me
You.
about the luncheon. What are your feelings?
I think that Lisa is a snake. She has no soul. She has no soul. What she did to Sutton was so cold. I don't even want to talk about her. I I'm not happy with her at all.
Yeah,
That's
I
supposed to
feel
get fired.
she's grimy. She's definitely grimy.
Very grimy. Ugh.
Yeah, Curves. What do you think about this luncheon? Did I come to you already?
No, here I go. So I want to give a kudos to our employee of the month who
Yeah.
does be written up for the non-seasoning, but she gets a star and an A for effort because she's been utilizing our employee resources and she found her way to the reading and shade tutorials and she's been brushing up on them. And so she's been having some nice quick responses to like this whole Lisa situation at this brunch when she called her the Grinch, and she hasn't been backing down. And I think that might have a lot to do with our wellness program here at the office, where we do provide you with testosterone every now and again if you need it. So I'm so glad that she's taking part of our Thrive program as well as using our resources. Thank you, Sutton.
Thank you, and thank you, Curves. I do appreciate it. Bridget, you have entered the building. What would you like to say?
I just love you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. So, what would you like to add?
Well, I'm just enjoying the show, and I really love you so much.
Oh, well, I appreciate you for coming on to say that. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed our HR meeting today. So let me move. I think, Bridget, do you have me playing on in the background? Because I think I hear echo.
Okay, I got the TV.
Okay. All right. So, Toria, did you speak about this scene? Did I miss you?
No, you didn't miss me. I had said something. Go ahead,
Okay.
Canelo.
Canelo, what would you like to
Oh,
say about this scene, about the luncheon?
look, Lisa Renna Horseface needs to go. Because when I first started back watching it in season 4 when she came, I liked her. But what she did to Sutton today was just disgusting, deplorable, them fake lips. She is the Grinch. I mean, her lips probably as big as he is. So Sutton got it right. She's the Grinch. She got to go. I cannot with Lisa. I mean, I'm done. I'm done with her. I just can't.
That Miss Mona, I do appreciate that, Bridget, those nice kind words from you. Okay, so we all agree that Lisa Renna is a whole hot mess. So we got to get to this wine situation. Now, is it me? But why every single time Renna gives an event, it's in her backyard? She
No,
Because
never.
she don't have her house is old, diva. Old as her face. It's old as that hairstyle on her head. Her house is old and she can't have nothing inside. It has to be outside.
But and you know what? I forgot to do this in the meeting. I really wanted to give her husband an honorable mention. He's getting a certificate. And I don't mean this with no shade. He is the male Martha Stewart. And
yes,
you
he
know
is.
what? And he is really a good husband. I really don't care about any of the side stuff people want to say what he's doing. I'm not even here for that today. What I'm here to say is, regardless of whatever he's doing on the side, he's still a good husband. Because anytime Lisa needs him because she's throwing an event at their house,
He's
he is
always there.
there front and center. He decorates, he cooks, he hosts it. He will come kiki with the ladies for a moment, but he doesn't really get in their business and get down like that. When he knows that his time is done in the area and the situation, he leaves and he go minds his business. So for that, he is one of the
Good.
top house husbands that has ever been on any of these reality shows, because hands down, he comes to support his messy wife.
Wife.
So yes, he is a good come on, give it up. Give it up
Harry
for
Hamlin. I
Harry. Yes.
love Harry. I've
Yes,
always loved him.
yeah, he's a good husband. He really is. He's a good husband because it takes a lot of not too many men could do that. Because Kyle, you see her when she's doing something and getting ready, she's cooking it. Lisa, I think your fan of something is making a lot of noise. I'm gonna mute you for a second. So he's cooking and he's cleaning and he's doing everything, and all Lisa Renna has to do is go get dressed for the event. So we're at the party. And does anybody else, before I move on and give a little bit more, anybody else want to give it up for Harry?
Somebody else is echoing though.
Yeah, yes. I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell who it is, Toria. Okay, so Harry should take the place of Liver Lips. So, yes. Okay, yes. Thank you guys. Give it up for Harry. So we're here at this party. Once again, I think I already told y'all, Sheree's outfit was a whole hot mess. Erika's peep jumper, Lisa Renner's Fendi jumper, Sutton looked cute. Dorit and Garcelle with their bumblebee black and yellow outfits, a whole hot mess. So for this particular event, none of them really stood at the top when it came to the fashion. They did okay. I mean, I guess I'll give them all a C, just to be kind. Okay, really, I want to give the party outfits an F, but I'll give it a C. And I told you, okay, here's the problem we had at the party. I'm gonna give you the problems and we'll talk about the party. Problem number one, I'm talking about Crystal and her eating disorder. That was messy boots.
It was.
That was messy boots, okay? Problem number two is, of course, Sheree kissing Renna's butt, okay? Kissing her butt. That's problem number two. Problem number three, Garcelle want to tell, as much as she talks to Sutton, she talks to Sutton every day. That's me just picturing that in my head. You're going to wait to this party to whisper to Sutton, Erika called you a liability. Okay, so then you get Sutton all worked up and she's sitting there and she's waiting to approach Garcelle. But we're going to have to give it to Erika and Renna. As much as I hated what Renna did at this particular episode, this is what we're going to give up to her. Erika and Renna, they played everybody at that particular event. Why do I say they played everybody? Because Erika came back there. Renna already forgave her. They brought it up. And Erika and Renna said, you really hurt me, Sutton. And then Erika chimes in and said, and you hurt Harry too. That situation was a mess. I'm going to leave it there and y'all talk to me. Who should I go to? I will go to Toria first. What do you think about this thing?
I really think Erika, she needed to shut up. That was wrong what she did. She takes every opportunity for somebody. Whenever anybody has a problem with Sutton, she takes every opportunity to chime in on it and make the situation worse. And Lisa Renna was wrong because she knew she went to lunch with that lady that day. It wasn't like it was yesterday. It was earlier that day because Harry was back home getting everything ready because she never does. And then to turn around and
speak the facts.
then to turn around and do that, knowing it was no problems going on at the lunch. Everybody was laughing, sipping wine. Erika ordered a chamomile tea, and I was waiting to see how long it was going to take her to take a drink. And sure enough, she took them drinks and then went and was messy. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. And Renna, when she told Sutton to get the F out her house, I would have been like, bitch, you ain't said nothing. I'd be glad to get out this ancient, historic house, that ancient house, because it smells like all that antique furniture that's in there. It has a smell to it. And Renna, the reason she don't cook and Harry does, Renna is dirty. You've seen her in the kitchen before. She will double dip and stick a spoon in something and taste it and put it back in the pot. She's just as nasty with animals flying around like cow. That's why I wouldn't eat nothing out that house anyway. I'm sorry. Harry might do all that fancy cooking and stuff, which bolognese sauce is the easiest sauce to make. I am full-blooded Italian and I can make it with my eyes closed. So, um, if his sauce was so good, why didn't they bottle up the sauce and sell it? Because that wine ain't going nowhere. That
You
wine
know
ain't going
what? That's
nowhere.
a good idea. You right. Why? Because they seem to use everything out their garden. He
Need
probably
to go
could make a
outside. Why
good
you standing
sauce.
right?
Now I give it to him. He has a very nice garden. He grows a lot of fresh herbs and spices, and he does got a nice garden. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lisa just
yeah.
takes advantage of that man. And the only thing I know that she's doing for him is getting on her knees because he's gonna get tired of putting up with Renna sooner or later because he's gonna go back to his life in Canada with his lover over there.
Need to go outside.
Curtis, what would you like to add?
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black.
Yellow.
She's
The
so
people.
crazy. Courage, you're not doing this to me tonight.
You
I'm
know,
not gonna pass out because of you.
you
I'm
know
not going to the
what?
hospital.
You
I
know what?
love that movie.
The
Love that
reason,
movie.
the reason they don't eat inside Rena's house is because that's where the rats are, y'all.
Hmm. I didn't want to
Okay.
say that because
And
they're
I
disgusting to
need
me.
to. I think that we're going to have to,
oh,
I don't
oh
know
my
how much
god.
longer Rena's duck lips are going to be employed with this company because she's creating a rather hostile work environment. And a lot of her other co-workers are complaining about that. And we're going to have to do something because it is a liability to have such a hostile work environment. Okay. And as far as like Mr. Stewart making all the food and everything, I think another reason he cooks is because Lisa don't eat. She takes pills and drinks the same way as her best friend. So that could be, that bot thing is back. That could be part of why he does all the cooking because if he didn't, they both starve.
Okay, thank you. Lisa, let me unlock Lisa. Okay, go ahead, Lisa. What would you like to say about this scene?
Now I can definitely say, ooh, I love it. I promise you, when Garcelle and Elka came back over there, it just killed me, chap. Because Elka wasn't sitting down less than 2 minutes. Sudden said, I'm a liability. Why I'm a liability? Your Elka hurry up, bounced that thing off her and went towards Lisa. Nah, baby, you ain't finna get me tonight, baby. I'm finna see you over there with Lisa at. And what really kills me, really had me holler, baby, dog, when Lisa went ahead and said, you get the F out of my house. Your sudden sit there like, you ain't talking to me. I ain't going nowhere. Now, personally, I would have got all my stuff and got up out of there. But Sutton sitting there like, you ain't talking to me. I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So it was this, like, I just holler. And I promise you already know, I do not like Sutton. But baby, I give her kudos last night, child. I like how she said there like, uh, who you talking to? Talking about getting up out your house. And she said that she didn't, I mean, did not move a lick. Did not. I mean, did y'all not see she didn't move a lick? And I also thought it was wrong for
Well, you know what, Lisa? I think she didn't move because she knew Lisa Renner was full of crap. How you going to sit down and have lunch with me, make up with me? That's why Sutton also said, "Oh, so you performing for your friends? You performing for everybody?" Because literally, you just said we was good, right? And now you coming up here talking about you still hurt, and I need to figure out why I purposely wanted to hurt you. Yo, Lisa Renna goes in actress mode in like 2.2 seconds, right? And then she wanted to say, you didn't embarrass me, you embarrassed yourself. Well, if I embarrassed myself, why are you so pissed? Why are you so pressed?
mhm,
Lisa Renna is messy. That whole scene was just manufactured on Lisa's part, so she can have a moment, and the moment fell flat. But what I didn't understand is why none of the other ladies kind of got in there. Why was Garcelle? I mean, Garcelle probably wasn't speaking because they would have once again saying, that you're just trying to save Sutton. But Sheree didn't say anything. Everybody else was kind of just like sitting there, letting Lisa Renna act like a straight fool.
And then she
And then
kept
she
trying
had
to
the nerve
blame
to
it on
ask
she was drunk.
everybody. Right. Then she had the nerve. Yeah, then she wanted to play it off like she was drunk. Then she had the nerve to ask everybody if they was good. I was like, huh?
Wait, what? Look,
She asked everybody like, "Oh, y'all good? Don't talk about my husband. Don't talk about the kids." She's like, "You, everybody understand?" And then Garcelle was like, "Yeah, we get it. No kids, right, or whatever." And then she pretty much was. Then she wanted to laugh it off like, "Oh, I'm drunk." So this whole rant and this behavior, blaming on the alcohol. Get out of here, Chip. You're not blaming on the alcohol. That's who you are. You like to torture
Mhm.
people, like you said. Sutton said
Diva,
this. Yes.
you know the man that company that produces this show, you know he's gone. He left. So next season, the
Fox
fast
or
forward
Fox,
ain't gonna be protected. Renna, Kyle, and
Dorit
Erica,
and Erika.
they're not gonna be protected no more. You know how they show up whenever they feel like showing up and everything. So all things is off the table for next season. Them three, they gonna be out of there. So we might not even have to worry about them getting paid because they ain't gonna be there.
But you
That
know what? One
producer
of the
was
Ooh.
biggest
protecting
things,
them,
though.
and he's
I'm
gone.
sorry.
That's interesting. Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Red Lipstick Hustler said, Lily said yep, he left. Well, you know what? I mean, they are right now the top rated. They are the top rated. And it's interesting. It's interesting to see like where they're gonna go and how it's gonna go and protect it. I mean, even though he may be protecting them, I guess in terms of when they show up and how they show up, Lisa Renna, I don't know if she think that scene happened in her favor. She looked like a raving lunatic. It was a whole
She
hot mess.
did.
Hmm.
She
Yeah,
did.
I
And
think
did
Did
she
you
thought
she?
it was
know,
going to be better than it was.
Did she
talking
go into her
about
bag of
them, they
pills?
having the highest ratings, did you know that Atlanta Housewives got over 1 million last Sunday? A
Yes, they
million
did.
followers?
Ooh,
Yes,
they're
Yes,
they
back
can
did.
you
up.
believe it?
They coming back to the top. I
Yes,
see.
they did. Yes, they did. And I was happy for them. I was really, really happy for them.
Uh,
Um,
uh,
Listen, guys, I mean, this episode wasn't much. Like I said, they bamboozled us with the commercial because I really thought what happened between Sutton and Lisa was going to be something bigger than it really was. But then
I
when we
thought she was
saw it
gonna
and we
flip the
thought,
table and flip like
yeah,
she did with
yeah,
Kim. I thought she was gonna throw a glass. She ain't do nothing.
yeah, it was
Mm.
ridiculous.
but you know,
I was sitting there like Sutton. I was sitting there like Sutton, like really, yeah.
Mm.
Son wasn't scared, and that's what I loved about her. She sat there like, really,
There
her
was nothing to
face,
be afraid of. She looked like a
really.
raging lunatic. They had just spoken. Everything was good. Everybody having a good time. And then all out of the blue, you just come out with your emotions like that on me? Really?
And then
Right.
this is another thing. She talk about don't talk about my husband or my kids, but she does that to everybody else on the
To
cast.
everybody else. She
She does
sure
it.
does.
She does it to everybody else. She's talked about Mauricio. She definitely talked about Tom when he was there. She talked about PK sometimes. She have talked about well the other ones don't have boyfriends, but she talked about Sutton's child last was it Sutton that talked about her child that they wouldn't they wouldn't be friends or anything like that when they was at the table
Oh, Sutton
and
said that. Sutton said that to whose daughter?
Lisa.
Yeah,
Okay,
Lisa's
so
daughter.
but she has done it, and she's talked about everybody. So I mean, it's off limits when it comes to her. I mean, she can talk about anybody's children and husbands, but when it comes to her, you can't say, "Oh,
Somebody
baby,
cannot
no."
talk about her husband.
I'm gonna tell you like this: missiles will be coming your way, and they will be heat seeking coming from me.
but you know what? You
Just
know what I
saying.
thought. But you know what I really thought about this dinner. I thought Dorit was dead wrong for telling people that Crystal throws up all the time. I thought that was dead wrong. If you gonna have, there was a private conversation she had with you, and you brought it up. You know,
Because she
and like
thought
I've
you
been
could
telling, like
trust her.
you know, I've been telling. I was on the board in what's your name in Town last night, and Diva, you know, I told you about my problems, and it touched me. It really did touch me And every time I watch it, it still touches me. It makes me want to cry because um, I've been there, and it's sad. It's just sad. But I thought that that conversation should never have happened. That conversation you should have kept that conversation between you and Crystal. You know, I really do. I really do. That's how I felt, last night watching that scene. I said, why she around him telling this woman business about she throwing up every day? That was a private conversation. You know what I'm saying, between you and her. So Chris gonna definitely know she can't trust you with nothing. You know what I'm saying? She can't trust you with nothing. Then y'all wanna talk about it like it's the conversation and stuff. Then you got Elf over here doing drinking with pills and stuff and bumping her head. And I mean, I have said it once before. I take very Harley medicine. My medicine very strong because I deal with anxiety and pain attacks all the time, and I can't really be around big crowd people because my anxiety will start getting up. So I had to learn, even though when I like alcohol, I couldn't. I know I couldn't drink with my alcohol medicine. With that medicine, you cannot drink with that medicine, and you just see Elk and Crystal going through something, and that was like it hit me so hard. But I had to call my mentor, and one of my mentors, and she said, Lisa, she said, baby, it's just a show. She doesn't remind me, it's just
Right,
a show. I said, but it
right,
still
right,
touches me. I said, because I know if it touched me, it touched somebody else out there too. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So, but Crystal, I think I'm more identified with Crystal than Erica because I ain't trying to sit on the D and kind of get the OD for money. You know, I ain't out there gonna do it for money. She out there gonna get money, and she.
You know what I think, Lisa? I'm glad you brought that up, and I'll say this. I think that it's one thing to do a reality show. It's another thing where you're doing serious topics and you're going to be reckless about them, right? So I think that Bravo has the opportunity where, okay, Crystal shared her story somewhat, and what she's going through is real. But also, I think that they need to maybe circle back and understand that you can't be so loose and free because this subject touches many people in the world. It probably touches people that are watching, and you have to be very careful with how you present it and
I was
deal
just
with
about
it
to
on
come in
the
there and tell
show.
him my
Now, you want to bring up other stuff and y'all want to keep key and make it a storyline. All right. But I don't think the fact that Crystal is going through this should be a storyline. And
Storyline.
that's why I don't think that them bringing up her vomit and everything every day is fair, especially because when you look at Crystal for us, and I know people going through these situations, they don't see it this way, right? But when you look at Crystal, Crystal is a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's in great shape according to us. I know she doesn't see herself that way, right? And
Mhm.
so therefore you can have somebody vulnerable watching and they're like, wow, Crystal looks great. I want to look like her. Oh, now y'all telling me she vomits every day? Maybe I should try to do that. So I don't appreciate the way that they're handling this situation with Crystal. At first, I was getting the kiki and the ha ha with Erika's situation too, but it is a little reckless because she's admitting to drinking while taking medications that she shouldn't be drinking with, right? So these two situations, they really need to handle much better. um they're doing the public a disservice with this, and I mean it shouldn't be just anything for a storyline. I get it, they need something that they can talk about and discuss, but I don't think this is the moment. If Crystal would have brought it up, we would have saw Crystal get some help. It would have been more helpful for us, but now I think they just borderline doing the most and they're doing too much. I didn't appreciate it either, but I give them this. They did put the number for the hotline, I
Well, that's
believe,
why,
at the
baby.
end of
That's why I
the
said
episode.
Bravo. That's why I said I was so proud they
Yeah,
did that. They put
yeah,
the eating disorder on with the 1-800 number on there. I was very proud of Bravo doing that. I was very
right.
proud of
They
them doing
they
that.
did that
They did
every
it.
week this
Yeah,
season. And
Yeah,
they
they
do
did
it
that.
between commercials too.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
they
did.
done.
Cause I
Hmm
mean, people go. I mean, just like I was on, and I might be wrong, because I think Curbs is on there with me today on a board channel, and I don't know, was it somebody? I might have got misquoted, because I know somebody had said because her husband is a millionaire, and he is a working for Disney. She got more. She got she could go get help more than a person who got less than her.
And if this problem's been going on for years, why hasn't she gotten any help? And her husband's aware of it.
Well, see, I mean, the
So,
thing is, it's similar to, I don't want to go down this road, right? Because
mm-hmm,
it's similar to anybody else that has an addiction, right? It's like
Mm-hmm.
one, they first got to admit to it.
mm-hmm,
Two, they got to want the treatment. And three, it is always hard for the family members, whether you're the significant other, the children, or anything, to watch and witness the person going through it. So she could have perhaps told her husband, one, I got it under control. I'm okay. I don't need help. And maybe her being on this screen is giving her the courage to say, listen, I'm suffering with this. The thing is, we don't know. And that's why I really don't like them going down this reckless, winding road with the situation, especially because for them to say, too, oh, because she has money, she can get help. Well, there's a lot of people with money and they have heavy addiction to drugs and stuff,
Mm.
and they
mm-hmm,
don't get help.
Yeah, that's what I
So
was saying.
it's not
That's
just
what I was
about
saying.
the money.
Not
Mm-hmm.
about
Um,
the money.
huh?
right. I said you're exactly right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
not just about
Curb
the
was on
money. So that's
that.
why I don't like, they're putting the number up on the screen and bravo to them for that. But I don't like the reckless road that they're taking with such serious topics that
Topics.
so many people deal with in the
Dealing with
world.
every day.
Um,
Hey,
it,
but,
it's not sitting well with me, right?
but
Right.
I
Um,
have to do.
go ahead,
But
go ahead,
I do
go
have to
ahead,
give
Steve.
Crystal some credit. She is coming out talking about it because
Right,
she's getting. She's on television talking about something so private and personal. Maybe somebody actually did say, "What if she is coming on television talking about it and trying to get help?"
right,
Because if you're sitting behind, because if she wasn't on the show and was still suffering with this, we don't know what she might have done. So she's on the show, somebody may reach out to her and help, and then while that's happening, she may be helping somebody else as well.
yeah,
So I really appreciate her doing this, though.
But
Right.
yeah,
I really do
I,
appreciate her. I like when she talks about it. I like when she talks about it,
right.
and she try to get her conversation. And I like when she talks about it. I don't like with the we go back and tell them what their conversation is about in private.
right,
And
yeah. So yeah,
and
so she
and
she she
anyway,
was reckless with that. Okay, so we're
Well,
gonna
what we
yeah.
close
gonna
out,
give this
guys.
episode,
Go ahead.
Diva?
Huh?
What we gonna rate this episode?
Child,
Yep,
let's
let
do
me
that.
get to
Let's do
that.
the rating because then we're gonna close out. You are correct. What are we waiting this episode? I mean, go ahead, Tori. You can start us off.
I'll give it a 3.5.
I'm rolling with you on that.
That's
Canelo, what are you giving this?
Look, it was a filler, but I'll still give it a 5 because it was enjoyable still, regardless if it was a filler or not. It was
that's
still
true.
enjoyable to me.
Okay. All right,
Mm.
Curves, what are you giving this episode?
I'll give it a 4, but our employee of the month
Wow.
is giving 8.
Ah,
Wait, say that again.
I'm giving it the overall episode a 4, but
Uh-huh.
Sutton Strack, our employee of the month, she'll be getting an 8.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Lisa, what do you rate this particular
I'm
episode?
with you. I'm with you. And Tora, I'm getting a 3.5. I only think I'm getting that is because I like Sudden at the end when she was getting rid of together. I like that baby doll. She said, I'm not moving from this. I'm not moving from this house on doll. I ain't studying about what you say, honey. You can say whatever you want. I'm gonna stay right here. I holler there, honey. I holler, honey. She said she just didn't know like it like you ain't
We
talking
getting
to
a
me.
4, we
I
getting
ain't
a
talking
7.
to nobody.
10, what are you giving this episode?
I started off at a 9, but then I have to take out 6 for Garcelle's sweater, so I'm giving it a 3.
You're not doing that, Queen. Don't you do that. You know you do not do that, Sid. We
Words,
gonna
what you
have
say?
problems.
Black and
We,
gold,
we got
black and
we got a boy
gold.
in the house.
Yeah,
We
that
got
was too
another boy
much.
in
That
the
was over, Tia.
Sid,
She
don't do
she
that. Do not do that. We
No,
gonna
we
have
and
are
you
the
know
same.
what,
problems.
Camilla, she made it worse with the boots. I was
Yes,
like,
I
oh
know the
my
boots
amen.
were ugly.
God.
I know the boots were ugly.
No, the
But
boots were
Sid,
horrid. The
Sid, do
boots
not
were
do that.
horrid.
Do not rate the show on
Okay,
Garcelle. Just
Canilo's on the panel. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
3.5. Bridget, what are you giving this episode?
Well, I'm with he's the one that give it a 5.
Okay, you
thank
giving
you,
it a
Bridget.
5.
Thank
You giving it
you.
a 5.
Thank you.
Listen,
Thank you.
listen, guys. I mean, you know what? We did good today. I want to thank all of the employees of from HR. Okay, we had a good meeting, and I almost forgot some people, left some people off in the meeting, but y'all corrected me. Y'all helped me out. Okay, don't forget tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I will be back. I'm interviewing. Her name is Justine Lindsay. She is the first transgender cheerleader for the Carolina Panthers coming to the building to talk to us. Going to be really interesting because she actually did not tell, of course, her family knew, but she did not tell a ton of her friends until she got the job. So she most recently came out. She's going to talk to us about, that and her journey and just a lot of different things overall. It's going to be a good educational show for us. So I'm really excited about it. And she will answer some questions from the chat. So we're going to have a good time. I hope y'all will join me tomorrow night at 8. So
Don't
Does she
Guardian,
have
forget,
a book?
Yep,
don't y'all
I
forget
will be
Curb is
there.
interviewing Dr.
wait, say
Heavenly.
say that again, Sin.
Does she have a book?
She doesn't have a book, but she has a podcast
Uh-huh.
um that she does. And I think I put in all of her social media ways that you can follow her. But I mean, like I said, what's going to be interesting is that she's the first transgender
Yes,
cheerleader.
yes, yes.
Yes,
So if
for
you
the
offer
yes,
Carolina
her home,
Panthers.
I
yeah,
want to hear her.
Carolina
Hmm.
Panthers.
I want
Yeah.
to hear her testimony. I can't wait. This should be
Me too.
really
I want
good.
to hear her testimony
Yes.
too.
I
Uh,
It's
can't
gonna
wait
be
to hear
good.
it either.
Diva,
Yes.
you know Curve is interviewing Dr. Heavenly.
I know she's a heavenly angel. When is your interview,
Excuse
Carl?
me?
On
Saturday morning.
Saturday
No,
morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard.
I'm gonna be there.
Oh
I
I'm
ain't
gonna
yay!
gonna be that, but I'm gonna push
I'm
the like
definitely
button.
gonna be there
I'm
because
gonna
I
push
got
the
to see
like button
this.
because I don't want to hear no what F him the guy say. But I'm gonna push that like button so she can get
Lisa, you gonna
tested.
be there.
I
Hush.
appreciate you, Lisa. I love you, Lisa.
Lisa's gonna be
Yeah,
Thank
there.
we
She's
we
gonna be
gotta
there.
support Curves. We
Oh,
gotta
we
That's
gonna
support
right.
Yeah, you know
Curves.
what
support
I'm
and we
saying.
gonna heckle.
And thank
I
thank you,
will see what
Corey.
this heavenly gots to say.
I
Okay.
Lisa's
appreciate
gonna
it.
be.
But wait,
Thank you,
Lisa's gonna
Corey.
be there.
Curves. Wait, what time did
Toya,
you say again?
subscribe to my page. Toya, subscribe to my page. Thank you, darling.
Okay.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, baby.
Hold on, wait.
Um, I'm
It's
sorry, Curves. What time did you say again?
at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time this Saturday, the 6th. We're going to have a live Q&A with Heavenly. She should be here for an hour and she'll take questions. And yes, so
So
Well,
6, what time is that Eastern Standard Time?
that should be
noon.
about
That's
yeah
noon.
noon. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Noon our time.
No.
I should be
Yeah,
home.
that's
I should be home. Okay.
oh my
But
is my
I'm
name.
definitely going to come through and support. So everybody, Saturday on Curve channel is exactly how her name is written. Please go support because she's interviewing Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine. Yes, Summer, we gotta watch. Yo,
Yeah.
good.
Oh, I
Uh,
gotta say this to
That's
Curve. I
right,
gotta say this to
Goyer. Thank
Curve.
you.
I gotta,
Thank you, Goyer. Because you a heavenly angel too. I know
Oh, you
it.
know he is. You know
Baby,
he
What's
is.
the
y'all
name of
know I ain't
Curve's
heavenly
channel,
angel, baby.
Diva?
I
Yes,
ain't no heavenly
yes.
angel.
What's the
No,
name
no,
of
no.
Curve's channel?
It's up on the screen.
It's
Yeah.
LRGA space curves.
Oh,
LRGA
okay.
space.
Okay, baby. I'll get over there.
Now,
Yeah.
Curves, I got to say this to you.
Yeah.
Don't give it over there giving her those softball questions because you know I come up.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask some questions that she hasn't answered before. I was
Okay,
trying
good.
because how I got her to do it was I just was like, I love you. I'd love for my audience to see why I love you. So we're going to be talking about a lot of things, not just the show, but it's going to be like,
Okay.
you guys can see why I love her because it's for reasons off the show that I love her.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
looks
you
good.
better
Aw.
go
I
hardcore.
her though.
Don't
I
be
really
holding back.
her.
Don't be holding back. You better go hardcore.
Yeah, I know. Wait, hold on one second. Velvet, I don't know. Those they're like bots. They're like bots
Yeah,
that you gotta catch them and get them out of there. But
they
yeah.
come in everybody's chat. They
Curves,
do
Oh,
that
do
I
on
they?
everybody's.
Yeah. All
I
right,
will be
guys.
there on
Listen, I
Saturday
gotta
so
get
I
out
can
of
see the
here
show.
especially because I'm coming back tomorrow night at 8. I love all you guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
Love
hanging
you
out with
too.
me.
And welcome back,
Thank you, Miss
Camilo.
Diva.
Ah,
Thank you,
thank you
thank
for
you,
doing
thank
your
you.
job for
Everybody.
me.
Blame it on
Thank you.
Bye.
production.
Good
Blame it on
And
night.
I'll see
production.
Good
Blame
y'all.
it on
night,
I love
Curve.
See you
See
production.
you
next
you.
tomorrow.
time.
See you,
Okay.
bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Peace out.
Peace
Good night.
out.
Good night.